Aloha folks, my name is Emily Sterling and I help coordinate Hawaiʻi Nei, and we're here with Reyn Ojiri, one of our favorite Hawaiʻi Nei artists who's been with Hawaiʻi Nei for a very, very long time. And we're going to do a little interview series, and he's our first guest on this series. So thank you and mahalo for being with us. We're here at Wailoa Center today, so you might hear some sounds in the background, just FYI. But yeah, it's a really beautiful day here and a great place to do this interview. So mahalo, Reyn, for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for reaching out and letting me come talk.
Yeah, it's really great. It's always great to see your work. Every year you enter really amazing, beautiful pieces into the show, always capturing our awesome native species. I guess let's get started. We'll first talk about kind of about you. Who are you? Who is Reyn? And how did you get into art?
Okay, well, I grew up in Hilo in Wainaku. Went to Papilani Elementary, then Hilo Intermediate, and Hilo High. Back then I wasn't that into art too much, but once I went to UH Manoa, I decided to minor in art.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Just out of curiosity and then kind of for fun.
Yeah. Was there kind of like a turning point that like got you inspired to go into art?
Mostly it was just trying to learn how to draw by myself at home.
Wow.
Then I just wanted to get better as much as I could, and taking classes helped.
Cool. And then so you worked alongside John Dawson for a little bit. Yeah, can you talk about that?
Well, I didn't really work with him, but I did meet with him, and he did give me advice. After I came back from California, I studied science illustration in California for 1 year, and at the beginning I didn't know that he lived in Hilo.
Okay.
But we were able to get in contact, and I went to his house and he showed me his studio and the thousands of illustrations he has, and he's a great inspiration to me.
Awesome. And so you've been doing Hawaiʻi Nei for a really long time now. I think since like one of the very, very first shows, entering as a youth artist, right? Or a very young age, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first one I entered as an amateur artist.
Oh, okay.
I think it might have been the first Hawaiʻi Nei.
Yeah, back in I think 2009.
Something like that. Yeah, and my painting style totally changed between then and now, but I remember I got like third place in amateur category or something like that.
Do you remember what you did for the piece? What was your...
it was Alai Ula. It was, the waterfall.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Don memory lane, yeah. And so you've been, every year now, with Hawaiʻi Nei, always creating really beautiful pieces that just capture our native species.
Thank you.
So when you're, I guess, getting started with a piece, kind of what's your first step? How do you envision this, artwork to come alive?
Well, I spend a lot of time in the field photographing and taking video, and I think that's where I get most of the inspiration from. So I spend time in Volcano National Park and up Saddle Road in the kipukas, going around with my camera, trying my best to find the birds, plants, other wildlife, and then once I take a good look at what kind of pictures and video I get, then I can start brainstorming what kind of paintings I can.
And then do you start from there after you have your image? Do you start with just a simple sketch, or when do you?
Sometimes most of the time I start with a sketch. A lot of times I don't, and I just start painting, and a lot of times it doesn't come out the way I want. So
lots of layers and adding and
and then it doesn't turn out the way I want, so I start all over. But it's
And you're mostly working with acrylics and oils, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the background on these three paintings are all acrylic, impasto, thick layers of acrylic, and then I sand it down until it becomes flat and smooth.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I'll do the actual painting of the wildlife. So this is acrylic, and that one is oil over graphite.
You have these really kind of contrasting backgrounds with your pieces, which I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about kind of the ideas that you get for that, or if those are capturing, or just playing with color palettes.
Yeah, so over time I got a little more creative with the backgrounds. I like graphic design, so I think I got inspiration that way. So a lot of the shapes and the patterns are kind of like graphic design combined with the wildlife in the foreground, and I kind of pick and choose colors that match or go along with the wildlife.
So what are some of, I know you do a lot of birds, a lot of our native birds. What are some of your other species that you do like to work with?
I like to work with a lot of different things. Sea life, I've been trying to do more sea life. It's really hard to get photos and videos of sea life.
Out there with your camera.
But yeah, so the honu, that one is from Monolani. I think Monolani, they had that little turtle sanctuary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, so I'll do some sea life, and then I like finding insects too.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And sometimes I paint the insects. I don't put them in galleries or anything, but
yeah, insects are a great subject. And I feel like too, they don't always get the attention that they deserve. You know, they do play a really important role in our ecosystems.
Yeah, so I love looking for happy face spiders.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, and I've done some paintings of them, but I don't think people have too much interest in.
And I don't think they realize too how tiny that they're super tiny, surprisingly.
Yeah, centimeter or less.
Yeah. There's a great little spot where there's a bunch of kawa'u by Kaumana Trail. At the bottom section of Kaumana Trail, there's a little kipuka right just in the parking area. And usually underneath the leaves in there, you can guaranteed find some little guys.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, sometimes it takes a long time to find one.
Yeah, you're lifting up, looking underneath. Yeah, be really delicate through the forest. What other native species?
Well, I like plants. Plants.
Any particular plant right now you're really drawn to?
I've always been drawn to ohia. The flowers and the lipo, the growing young shoots. I think
those kind of like silvery green leaves.
Each plant has like a different growth going on with different colors, so it's interesting to look at them.
Cool, very, very cool. So what do you have in store for Hawaiʻi Nei this year?
This year, well, I'd love to try sea life. I want to try new things. I'm always trying new things. So, like last year, I entered some paintings on cloth.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
A little different from my regular paintings. So I love playing with different media just to keep things new and interesting.
And different. Cool. Well, folks, if you are ever interested in looking at some of Ren's pieces or even buying some, you have your pieces at Volcano Art Center pretty regularly. They usually always have some of your work there. And then you also have your website, correct?
So I've been with Volcano Art Center for a long time now, almost like 2010.
Wow, so 10 years now with them. Wow.
Yeah, probably around the same time Hawaiʻi Nei started. Oh, actually it was someone at Wailoa Art Center, I think, who saw my work at Hawaiʻi Nei. She bought it. I sold it for $35 at that time.
A piece by Ren for $35.
And
the value probably has.
And then she invited me to Volcano Art Center. Hawaiʻi Nei is actually the way I became a professional.
Wow! Oh, that's really awesome to hear, and really touching actually. That there's this really great connection that with this art show that it led you on to this other path.
It's
very
awesome.
Very cool. Awesome.
So my website is www.reynojiri.com.
So check it out. And you can also on the website too see some of your past work that you've done as well. So you have a nice collection of your portfolio there, so you can go check out. Very cool. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Ren, for being with us today and sharing about your work. It's really great.
I love the Hawaiʻi Nei. art contest. Yeah, I look forward to it every year and looking at all the great art.